Welcome, everybody, to Respawn Please, the weekly video game podcast where two dum-dums come together to talk all things video games. And I'm your host, Jesus, and with me, as always, is Ell. Ell, how's it going?
It's going well. Glad to... I just realized in this moment that I forgot completely, even though you told me yesterday, as of this recording, that this is the last episode of the year.
Yeah, this is the last episode of the year, so everybody knows. We will not be recording anything else. There are no more podcasts until January.
Yeah, we're taking a little break, a nice winter break, and so I'm happy to be on here to talk about what we're going to talk about today. And other than that, it's good. You know, it's interesting. Every time around this time of year, I get a little reminiscent of the year that we've had, and I'm just like, wow, what a year! And then I'm just like, anyway, back to this normal program.
Yeah. Well,
but how are you?
I'm good. I'm tired. You know. I'm just always tired. I'm perpetually tired. I'm just a tired old man, you know. It's not really showing up on here, but man, I have like gray hair all up in my beard. It's not really showing up, but like every time I look in the mirror, I'm like, man, I'm getting a little bit more and more. It's driving me insane. It's driving me insane, I'm telling you. But enough about all of that, about growing old, because you know what's not growing old? You know what? No, no, I'm going with this. You know what? Let's just get right into it. We're going to be talking about the Game Awards and the GTA 6 trailer. I was about to say 5. The GTA 6 trailer that dropped earlier this week and the Game Awards that went on. So we're going to start with the Game Awards. Which one do you want to start with? All the announcements or all the winners?
Let's just go through the winners first.
All right. Let's go through the stupid winners of the Game Awards. Because you know what? The Game Awards, pointless. Pointless.
Oh my god.
I have a lot to say.
Also, I'm not...
before we actually get into that, how did you like the Game Awards? What were your thoughts with it?
So
you wanted to
oh no, it's okay. So initially I watched a little bit. I didn't watch all of it because I had this thought in the middle of watching it that I was like, this award show is very long for no reason, it seems. Yeah. It's very, very long. 3 hours.
It was long, and somehow only like 10 minutes was actually dedicated to the developers, which we're going to talk about because I have a lot to say about that.
Oh, yeah. But as I was watching it, I thought it was okay. You know, I saw, of course, Christopher Judge give the nominations for, you know, best performance. And then I saw a little bit more after that, you know, Hideo and Jordan Peele coming out to the show. But overall, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of felt like maybe this isn't the right word, but it kind of felt like a little lackluster and draining at times, sometimes, just because it felt like it just kept going on. And like you said, it kind of felt like, man, we're not really praising these devs as much as I thought they would, but you know, it just felt like so much more of just, you know, showing off games, which I get it. It's the Game Awards, but also in that, you know, this is a time to kind of celebrate the devs for all their works, you know, and all their accomplishments and the great games that they've given us, especially this year. And I actually did not finish watching it just because I was just like watching. I was just like, man, it just feels like one long just trailer reel of like, just like video games that are coming, which is cool, but I kind of feel like a part of me almost feels like that could have been done maybe after the fact. Why not like celebrate the devs, focus on them first, and then even after the show or something, give us the trailers? But I guess, you know, them being on the internet, they're like, no, we got to announce these great games that are coming. And it just felt like, you know, lackluster for me.
Yeah, I feel that. Like for me, I was disappointed with how things played out with the developer side of things, with how little time the developers actually had. The folks that won got the ones who actually could get up and do a speech. Like they only got 30 seconds to do a speech. I don't know if you saw that whole thing
crazy.
Going around.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus. Like you run through a list, like the majority of the categories were just said through a list. Like it was just Jeff Keighley going up there going, this game won, this game won, this game won, this game won, this game won. Anyways, here's some trailers. And it's like, are we an award show? Is this an award show or a showcase was my question. Like, is this an award show or is this a showcase? Because it's trying to do both.
Yeah.
and it's failing at one. It's like completely failing at one. I'm sorry, but the Game Awards, it's completely failing in that aspect. Like, you're not honoring these devs in a significant way that actually matters, in my opinion. Like, when you're just reducing all of these developers and all these games and all these studios to just being a list of things, dude, you need to step it up. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, especially this year when so like the game industry, like, yes, there were some incredible games coming out, but the game industry itself was getting rocked by layoffs after layoffs after layoffs and all this other stuff. Give time for the developers to talk. And yes, the folks that are going up there are going to be like the big wigs in the companies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like, I can't tell you how annoyed I was by the fact that, like, even though I didn't care if Sea of Stars won indie game of the year, the fact that Sea of Stars, that one indie game of the year, their developers didn't even get to do a speech because they were just in
That's
a
crazy.
list.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? Like, come on. Like, what the fuck? It was so annoying to me. Like, I was not impressed by that format and the 30-second stuff that I saw going around. Like, the awards folks that could do speeches only had 30 seconds to do it, and Jeff Keighley tweeted out that he would address that next year, that it wouldn't be 30 seconds next year. And it's like, you shouldn't have made it 30 seconds this year. Like, it's not going to take this. And then, like, again, if this is going to be a showcase, just make it a showcase. Just make this like the winter showcase or something like that. Like, end of year showcase. Because at this point, like, if you aren't actually going to honor the devs, then there's no point in doing the Game Awards at all.
Yeah.
Because, like, Game Awards is trying to do two things at once, and it's not really working, in my opinion. Like, the games they showed off, like the trailers, some of them look cool, I guess. I guess there's a lot to get hype there. I guess the new game by Kojima and Jordan Peele is okay. OD, which is an Xbox thing. Like, that's fine, I guess. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm probably just out of touch. I don't know. But, like,
No.
I just thought that it was like a lot of it was just a huge, on the Game Award side, the award side, I felt like it was more disrespectful than being appreciative of these devs in these games. Does that make sense? I hope it does.
No, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think it's understandable just because, like you said, I think there was a breakdown of it that IGN had done where they said of the 3 hours, I think only 30 minutes of it was dedicated to the devs, and that was like 17% or whatever. You know, I don't know which the percentage works, and so it's like part of me almost feels like they should just like separate the two, just to like. You know, I mean, I guess I understand that them wanting to get like the most views, and so what's the way to do that? But it kind of, in them, the way that they did it kind of seems like it's like not necessarily the best way to kind of show their respect or you know, praise the devs as they should. And like, because a part of me kind of feels like, why don't they just do the award show portion of it first? Do that at the very beginning and like get that out the way, and then after that they can just turn into some sort of showcase or something.
Do
just
like
so that way,
one night
like,
of Game Awards, one night of a showcase or something, like
exactly
the end of year showcase in awards, where Thursday night is the awards and then Friday night's the showcase or something.
Yeah, or something like that, you know, or like even if it's something as if they do the award show live and then they Jeff Keighley can just do the trailer reveals, like pre-record it and just already have it done, you know, and then it just goes back to back or something. Just that way, like, because I think it would be I guess better suited that way, just better done, just to kind of everyone gets their own like focused time, you know.
And like and I understand like some of the arguments that I've been seeing is like, well, there's the DICE Awards and stuff like that, which is the industry, not it's the industry focus one. But the problem with that is like the Game Awards is the front facing one. This is the one that the majority of the public watches, and you're signaling to the majority of people that you don't actually care about the devs when you're not actually giving devs the time to talk, or you're just reducing them just to be a quick list that's gonna get it. And before we move on to a bunch of trailers, I don't know. Anyways, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so negative about that.
No, it's
Overall,
okay.
though, like the Game Awards itself, I thought was just fine. Like,
Yeah.
it's the trailers I thought were fine.
Hmm.
There wasn't any big surprises. Like, oh my god, I can't believe that game won, type of
Oh
deal.
yeah, no.
Like everything, I feel like we pretty much guessed. Like, the big
Yeah.
winner. And let's just get into it now. The game of the year winner was
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3. Like, no
Of
surprise.
course.
Like, it was
Yes.
really
No
going to come
surprise.
down to Alan Wake, Baldur's Gate 3, and Zelda, in my opinion. So,
Definitely.
um,
It's funny because I saw after Baldur's Gate 3 1, I did see it's very interesting, which I understand people love the game that they love, and whether it's Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake 2, whatever. But I saw a lot of Marvel Spider-Man 2 people upset that Spider-Man didn't win,
it's, like,
and
it's
it made
whatever,
me
man.
laugh a little bit. I know, but it's very interesting. But I think deservedly so. I think Baldur's Gate 3 definitely
Yeah.
took uh, won the awards it deserved to win just because of how great that game was. I mean, it's a way better. But anyway,
Yeah.
my
Like,
my opinion.
it's like, listen, this is all subjective, right? Like,
Very true.
none of this really truly matters. The grand,
Hmm.
like, award shows, and like I feel this way about the Oscars and like the
Hmm.
Emmys and stuff like that. Like, it's just a lot of it is just what's popular at the time,
Yeah.
and what's the hot ticket thing, what's the thing that people are still talking about. And like, you know maybe Marvel Spider-Man is 2 is the better game. I don't know. I haven't played it. I can't say, but like I've played
True.
Baldur's Gate
Yeah.
3, and it's hard to imagine anything being Baldur's Gate 3. So I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I I don't know. Like, I'm so indifferent towards. I'm becoming so indifferent towards this idea of awards that it's like, yeah, it's just a popularity contest at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3 is the more popular game. Like, it's been hot, hot, hot since it came out back in August, and it's still
Hmm.
hot, hot, hot. They have they forgot to announce I don't know if you saw this, the devs, the for Larian, they forgot to announce that they were dropping Baldur's Gate 3 on Xbox yesterday, or on the day of the,
Oh,
like, they were gonna do it during their speech, but because they only had 30 seconds, they
that's
forgot to announce
hilarious.
it, that like, hey, oh, Baldur's Gate 3 on Xbox, by the way, go get it.
That's
So,
so funny.
because like, yeah, like the guy, the head of the studio, like, tweeted out that, yeah, I got so excited and I just forgot to
That's so
announce it.
funny.
So yeah, like Baldur's Gate 3 is on Xbox now, so you can go play it. But yeah, so anyways, game of the year was Baldur's Gate 3. Best game direction went to Alan Wake 2, which I called. I think you went with
Nice.
Baldur's Gate, right?
Yeah, I thought Baldur's Gate was gonna take it.
Yeah. Best game direction went to Alan Wake. It deserved it. This was the game that I was like, this. If Alan Wake didn't win anything else, the only thing it really needed to win was game direction, because like the direction for it was just brilliant. Like, everything they did and the
Mm,
pacing of the game and stuff is just brilliant. I'm not the biggest fan of the gameplay loop itself, but like
yeah.
the big moments of Alan Wake 2 were just so well paced and just so amazing of how it all worked out and how it came to be. So yeah, best game direction, Alan Wake 2. This is the
Nice.
one I absolutely believe deserved to win. Best narrative went to Alan Wake 2, which I agree with. Though all of these games were good from what I understand. I
Yeah.
mean, I played 4 of the 5 nominees: Alan Wake, Baldur's Gate, Cyberpunk, and Final Fantasy 16. Still, I haven't played Marvel Spider-Man 2, so I can't comment on it. But yeah, Alan Wake 2, brilliant story as well. Best art direction went to Alan Wake 2. Best score in music went to Final Fantasy 16, which is not a surprise because Final Fantasy music
Hmm.
is always epic, right? Like,
Uh-huh.
I don't think Final Fantasy has a bad soundtrack in any of their games. I think that's the one
Yeah.
thing in all Final Fantasy games that is consistent. Or am I wrong?
Hmm. No, you're right. You're right.
It's like, so yeah. Best audio design. This one, actually, I was like, man, come on, give it to Dead Space. But it went to
I know.
Hi-Fi Rush, which is fine, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've like Hi-Fi Rush is not the out of this list. Hi-Fi
Uh-huh.
Rush is not the one I would think would, like, I don't know. Maybe I need to go back and play Hi-Fi Rush again. But like, the sound design
Yeah.
didn't stand out to me.
Mm,
So when I
yeah.
played Hi-Fi Rush, maybe I'm just dumb. I don't know. But
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2 and Dead Space, man, they did some really special things with their audio design. So, anyways,
Yep.
best performance went to Neil Newbon, who does the voice of Asterion on
Hmm.
Baldur's Gate 3. Um, were you like, oh man, that's Asterion when he started talking? Because he sounds just like his character.
And just like him, yeah. I was like, whoa, real life. No.
Yeah. He had a beautiful speech though. He had a really beautiful
He
speech,
did.
even though he was like short to like he's forced to do 30 seconds,
Exactly.
45 seconds, but like what he could get out was beautiful. And like just
Exactly.
the emotion that he had. I was like, man,
Uh-huh.
this guy's an actor. It's beautiful.
Uh-huh.
So games for Impact, Chia won. I've never played it, so I can't really talk about it. I'm surprised
Yeah.
Space for the Unbound didn't win. But hey, whatever.
Mm.
Best ongoing game went to Cyberpunk 2077. So
Wow.
cool, good. Cyberpunk,
Nice.
has that No Man's Sky turnaround
Yeah.
going for it. You know,
Exactly.
so the two games that you can look at and say, man, they got launched bad, but they've turned it around.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about the next No Man's Sky thing soon.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Um, best indie game went to Sea of Stars.
Nice.
Best debut indie game went to Cocoon, which we both
Nice.
we both wanted, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Hmm. Best mobile game went to Honkai Star Rail. Not a surprise there. Best community sport went to Baldur's Gate 3, which again, not a surprise to me. Like Larian
Yeah.
Studios and just like the community itself for Baldur's Gate 3 has just been insane.
Oh
From
yeah.
from Larian itself, from the fans, even from like the voice actors. Like I don't know if I've sent you like a couple of things from
Uh-huh.
the voice actors on TikTok and stuff, but they're very active on TikTok, specifically
Yeah.
Asterion and the voice actress for Lae'zel.
Oh
They're
yeah.
very big on TikTok and stuff. So like yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 community support not surprising to me, like
Mm-hmm.
at all. Like it was just great community, great studio, great voice actors, great everything. So best VR AR game went to Resident Evil Village. Innovation in accessibility went to Forza Motorsport. I think we both said that we were
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, I had no idea. Like this is the list that this is the one thing I was like I don't really know much about, but I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Forza. So, but yeah, Forza won. So good for Forza. Best action game went to Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon, which not surprising to me. I'm still surprised that Dead Island 2 was on this list,
I
but
know, right? Yeah. That's so
I can't
funny.
help but laugh at that. Best action adventure game went to The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Best RPG went to Baldur's Gate 3. Not a surprise. Best fighting game went to Street Fighter 6.
Nice.
Yep, nice there. Best family game went to Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Again, not a
Of
surprise
course.
because it's always going to be
Yeah,
a Nintendo. If Nintendo released a game, it's always going to go to Nintendo. If it's a Mario game, it's probably always going to go to Mario. No,
Yep.
so
Very true.
best sports/racing game went to Forza Motorsport. Best sim strategy game went to Pikmin 4. Best multiplayer game went to Baldur's Gate 3. I think you were the one who got that right because I think I selected Street
Yep.
Fighter. So,
Yeah. Nice.
content creator of the year was Iron Mouse. Best esports athlete was Lee Faker. I'm not gonna say their full name because I can't. Best esports coach was Christine Potter Chi. Best esports event was 2023 League of Legends World Championship. Best esports game was Valorant. Is that surprising? I don't know. Does this list
Maybe
ever
a little
change from
bit.
year to year? Because I feel like this was the exact same list from last year. Counter-Strike 2,
Maybe.
Dota, Legend of Zelda, PUBG, Valorant. I don't know. What are the big... You know what? Let's not get into it. I have no interest in... Best esports team, JD Gaming won. And then most anticipated game was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Sorry, L. It was not Hades 2.
Wah, wah. I thought it'd be Hades too. I was like, what the heck?
No, Final Fantasy's bigger, man. People love Final Fantasy. I mean,
I
people love
guess
Hades
so.
too, but nobody's like me who's
Yeah.
crazy about Hades. But yeah,
Mm.
best adaptation. Sorry, best adaptation was The Last of Us. Not a surprise. And then player's voice. this category is 100% voted on by fans for their favorite game of 2023 went to Baldur's Gate 3.
Of
So
course.
there you go. Genshin Impact was on
Nice.
this list. That's funny. I didn't
Yeah,
realize
I think
Genshin.
I forgot about that.
I was like, Genshin Impact's on this list? Man, okay. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 won. So the big winners for the night were like Baldur's Gate 3 and Alan Wake, surprisingly. I believe those are the two that won the most categories, right?
Yep.
So, as you said, Spider-Man did not win any of the categories. People were upset about that. And it's like, it's one of those things too, like Spider-Man 2, I haven't played it. From what I've seen, it looks like it's more Spider-Man. And you know, it is what it is. Like, I can't say more than that, but like, it just, there's no reason to get upset about it, even if your favorite game didn't win. Like, how is that going to take away from the fact that it's still a good game, you know?
Yeah, true.
And as long as you're enjoying it, that's all that should matter, right? So, anyways,
exactly.
No big surprises here, in my opinion. Like, just in terms of like who won, I think most of it was pretty predictable. And like, it just highlights that a lot of these games, like every single one of these games, deserve to be nominated for their stuff. I mean, I keep poking fun at Dead Island, but I haven't played Dead Island, so maybe it is a good action adventure game. I don't know.
Might have to play it.
I'm just surprised that it was there. But like, you know, Game of the Year could have gone anywhere, because like Alan Wake deserves it, Baldur's Gate 3 deserved it, Marvel Spider-Man 2 deserves it, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Legend of Zelda, they all deserve it. Like, this was like fundamentally the games themselves. It was a good year for the games themselves. Like, this was a fantastic year. So hats off to all the developers out there that actually create these games and stuff, because you created some amazing experiences this year, and that's awesome.
Very true.
So yeah, that was a long list of stuff, Al. A long list of stuff. And that's not it, because that's not all, because they had a bunch of announcements too. We're not going to go through all of the announcements, because there's stuff that I just straight up don't care about. I don't know about you. Sorry, everybody. We're only going to pick and choose stuff that I care about, because I'm all that matters. Screw all of you. No. So let's start off with the big one. Kojima officially reveals Xbox project, now titled OD. He's in collaboration with Jordan Peele. I have no idea. This trailer, I don't know. It's like anything that Kojima shows me, I'm just like, sure, let's go, let's do it. Because like, it's probably going to be brilliant, and I'm probably not going to understand it. Like, I'm just resigned to that fact. Like, I don't understand Metal Gear Solid at all. There's cool, some cool shit happens though. And like Death Stranding, I don't know what's going on in that game. You're carrying a little baby on your back. You're going across the country delivering mail. I don't know. Like, I guess they're brilliant games though. So I'm sure this is going to be cool. It seems like it's going to be like a horror-esque game. There was like a creepy vibe to it and stuff. So, and like with Jordan Peele, you know,
of course,
has been just doing horror ever since he stopped doing his Comedy Central stuff, right?
Yeah.
He's only been doing horror, right? So
yeah. It's been interesting. I will say that this for the trailer for OD, you know, it did get me interested in it to see what's going on. But then that could also be the Kojima effect of like anything he kind of creates. You're kind of like, I wonder what this is going to be like. You're just curious. He has that, you know, innate ability, and it's and then to kind of involve Jordan Peele in it made it a little bit more interesting, just because I'm a fan of Jordan Peele's work. I think it's, you know, it's good, and so I'm like, I wonder where this could go, you know, because I think it'll just be interesting to see. Even though as soon as the trailer happened, I was like, we know nothing about this. And it's literally, it's just close-ups on the actors' faces acting, and you're just like, you know, of course you see like a couple things, and you're supposed to see something in the eyes of the actors, of like a door open or something like that, and just like, well, we know about as much as we know before the trailer. We don't know anything, and so it'll be interesting to. I'm hoping to see, you know, as the next year comes around, seeing like more trailers, see what it's about, and just go from there, you know. Even though I'm not really super big fan of like horror video games, maybe, you know, this could be something that maybe I'll play, and we'll see. Because it'll be interesting. It's Kojima, you know.
Yeah, it's Kojima. That's like that's all you can really say. It's just Kojima, you know. So next up is free God of War Ragnarok DLC is out next week on December 12th. Nice. So I believe that's Tuesday, right? So For
Yes.
those listening to this on a Monday when this goes live.
Mm-hmm.
It's tomorrow. But cool. It's like a roguelite sort of DLC for God of War, which is cool, I guess. If you want more
Mm-hmm.
God of War stuff, I'm not interested in it at all. Like, I beat God of War Ragnarok, and I don't ever want to play it again. I'm going to be honest. Like, this is not going to bring me back to play it. So, does it do anything for you?
Oh yeah, definitely. I love God of War. I think it's a great series, and so I do need to get to Ragnarok, which eventually I'll get to it. But this is like I think it's pretty cool just to have like free DLC for everybody who has God of War or who loves it and plays it to know that wow there's more to it. For a second I thought they were going to announce the next iteration, and I was like, this is really soon to be announcing the next iteration of God of War. But
Yeah.
luckily it was just free DLC. But I think it's cool that they announced it and it'd be free next week. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the cool thing. Is like free. It's free DLC, so can't really complain about that. I'm sure someone out there is going to complain about it, but someone's going to be like, "This is stupid." Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, "Whatever, dude. It was free. You don't have to play it." Next
That's
up is
hilarious.
Marvel's Blade is in development at
Whoa.
Arcane Leon, the developers behind Dishonored and Deathloop. I'm excited about this. One, because I do like Blade. I actually do like Blade a lot. And two,
Yeah.
I fucking love Arcane. Like, listen,
Yeah.
Arcane, Arcane Austin was the one who developed Redfall. Whatever. Redfall, fantastic game in my opinion. I think it's brilliant. The more I played it, the more I was like, you know what? It's not bad at all.
Oh my God.
People are dumb. They just need to play it, sit down and play it.
That's
But this
hilarious.
is the actual like main studio that people are more familiar with because of Dishonored
Yeah.
and Deathloop. So this is Arcane Leon. I was like, this was probably a surprise for me where I was like, oh, cool. I was not expecting
Yeah.
this. It's cool that Marvel has sort of given the Blade over to Microsoft at this point. Like, it's
Yeah.
not confirmed or anything if it's going to be exclusive, but it's Xbox, so it's probably going to be exclusive, right? Because Arcane Studios is owned by
Probably.
Xbox. Unless Marvel's
Yeah.
like, no, you got to put it on PlayStation and
Exactly.
Switch and all that too. But like, for now, it's probably going to be Xbox exclusive, and by exclusive, I mean it's Xbox console and PC probably.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited about this. The trailer looked cool. I'm sure we're not going to actually see anything for a while, but
Oh
I'm
yeah,
excited
definitely.
about it. How do you feel?
No, definitely. Yeah. This is definitely a surprise. As soon as I saw Arcane Studios, I was just like, "Oh, Jesus is gonna love this." I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was
Yeah.
like, "He's gonna love this." And so I thought it was
Yeah.
pretty cool. It's Blade is definitely Blade. Kind of feels like the black sheep of Marvel. It definitely feels like it's he kind of stands on his own. Especially, I mean, if you think about like the movies, like Blade. The first two movies I think were great. Because I think the first two, if I remember correctly, he might have done one. Guillermo del Toro did.
He did. He only did
Either
the second
one-
one. He only did the
second one. Yeah, he did the second one. And so, like, I think this is Blade definitely feels like a character that you can create a game around just because of like the world that he's in. And so it'll be interesting to see the way that they take this. And yeah, like it got me excited for it, especially with Arcane definitely being behind it. And so it gives me something to be like, I wonder which direction they're gonna take this and how it's gonna look,
Yeah. Do you think they're gonna? Do a crossover of Redfall?
Whoa!
Blade.
I
at the
wouldn't
end
be
of-
surprised.
At
Wow!
the end of
Redfall.
Blade is like, I gotta go to Redfall, and then everybody pops
Yeah,
and goes, "What?" Nobody's gonna pop at all for that. Just like,
Or he's looking at a map and he's just like,
like, huh.
all right, on to the
Already-
next place. And it shows the shot of the map. It's Redfall.
and he goes, "I'm not going there," and just throws it. Throws it behind.
Hilarious.
I heard that place sucks. It's like,
Oh my God, that'd be so
really tongue in
funny.
cheek. I don't think
No, they
Arcade
wouldn't
would
do
ever
that.
do that, but that would be very tongue in cheek. That would be really funny if they did that. It's like Blade
would
just like
be.
looking at a map or something. Yeah, it'd be funny. But
That'd
yeah,
be-
I'm excited for
that'd be
this
so
because
funny.
yeah, I love Arcane. Blade's fun. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So, boom.
Nice.
No Man's Sky developer Hello Games shows off Light No Fire. And we need to take a moment and appreciate the fact that what's his name? Sean Murray, right?
Oh, for No Man's Sky?
Yeah, No Man's Sky. That's the developer.
I think so.
I think that's the main guy. Yeah, Sean Murray. Sean Murray. Sean Murray. Yeah. Uh, yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Anyways, I love what so back when they announced No Man's Sky, he was like, "This game is going to be ambitious. It's going to be amazing. It's going to change the world," or whatever the hell he said. He like hyped it up so much, and he was like, "I'm not going to hype this one up." But then he proceeded to hype it up like, "This game is
Exactly.
ambitious. I'm creating Earth." It's like, okay, man, let's calm down. Granted, I will say the trailer looked awesome. Like, I'm into it. Like, I will play it. I do expect it to kind of have the troubles that No Man's Sky had at the beginning. I do think, like, even though they showed us the trailer, because like if you go back and watch the first trailer of No Man's Sky, they showed us a lot of stuff in there too. I'm willing to bet that some of the stuff they showed that showed in the trailer probably won't be in the game, just like it wasn't at the beginning of No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
It got added, through updates and stuff. I think this is going to be a game, and he even Sean Murray, when he was introducing the game, even said that this is a game that he wants to update for the next 10 years.
Oh.
So I fully expect this to have sort of a similar trajectory as No Man's Sky, where probably not going to have a lot to do at launch, but as time goes on, it's going to probably get jam-packed with a lot of stuff to do. While I'm going to play it, I don't know how long I would play it, because it is a multiplayer game, and I'm sure at some point I'll probably get bored of it. If they have if I could just be alone on a whole planet-sized Earth-sized planet, whatever. If I could just be alone, that would be great. Maybe have you come in and we can play together or something. But the idea of just playing with other people, I'm not the biggest fan of. No Man's Sky, I deactivate the online portion as soon as I start doing stuff in No Man's Sky, because I don't want to interact with people. I don't want to interact with people on my day-to-day life. Why would I want to go play in a video game and interact with people? That's stupid. Ugh, gross. But I am excited about this. How did you feel about Light No Fire?
It looked interesting, but I kind of was holding my, feelings towards it of oh, this is going to be amazing or something. Because overall, it looked pretty cool. Of the world that you could have, the exploration, just very much the was it No Man's Sky of just stuff that you could do. And I was just like, okay, I mean, I'm not really big into No Man's Sky. I mean, but this looked cool, but I wonder if like you said, of how much I would actually play this, and when I get sucked into it and just kind of get lost in this world. But there's no telling. I guess I just want to wait to see as time goes on to see okay, how much of this is actually going to be in the game. Yeah. Am I going to enjoy the game loop as much as I think I would? But it looked cool. I'll say that the worlds looked really cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna speed through this now because we're going a little bit long here. Skull and Bones gets a release date again. It gets another release date, February 16th, 2024. We'll see if it hits. Hopefully it does. They finally get it. Finally get it out. You can play it 3 days early if you pre-order.
Whoa.
Woo. So for anyone who wants to really play Skull and Bones, I really hope that game comes out and is actually amazing. But
I know.
Ori developer Moon Studios reveals no rest for the wicked. I don't know if you've ever played any of the Ori games, Ori and the Blind Forest and Ori the Will o' the Wisp. Incredible games. I'm excited about No Rest for the Wicked. It looks cool. The art style looks awesome. It has a very almost Hades-esque look to it, or not quite, but anyways, it looks awesome. The gameplay looks awesome. It's gonna
definitely it looked really cool. This is a trailer that caught my attention. I was like, this looks pretty cool. I might have to check this one out.
Yeah. If you haven't tried Ori and the Blind Forest or Ori and the Will of the Wisp, definitely should. They're fun 2D platformy Metrovania games. Next up, BioWare veterans reveal new RPG. So they revealed Exodus, which is the game that Matthew McConaughey is part of.
Yeah.
He came out and introduced it. He was like, I'm in this game. I know something about time, or whatever the hell he was saying. I was like, dude, just show the game. Come on.
Exactly. It
So
made me laugh because people were saying that the trailer for it looked cool, but everybody was just like, "This just seems like Interstellar, the video game."
yeah, yeah,
But it's interesting. But also, this trailer was I think at the very end it had a little bit of gameplay, not a lot, and
hmm
so there wasn't really much to go off of. It kind of was more kind of cutscenes type of stuff.
yeah,
It looked kind of interesting, but I was just like, we'll have to wait and see till we really as it gets closer to releasing. I was like, oh, I have to see.
yeah.
But other than that, it looked kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree. Looked cool. We'll see what happens. Dead by Daylight is getting a proper story-based spin-off game called The Casting
Whoa.
of Frank Stone. I'm actually interested in. They're teaming up. The Dead by Daylight devs are teaming up with Supermassive Games. Supermassive Games are the folks that made, the hell are those games called? The Dark Anthology games.
Oh yeah, the
the
dark.
uh,
You're talking about. Oh, I already forgot the names of it.
Yeah, it's all
But I
those
know what you're
games, but
talking
it's like
about.
Dark Anthology, and then the one that came out a couple years ago with what's her name from
The
Heroes.
Quarry.
The Quarry, yeah, the Quarry was one of the
Yeah.
games that they made too. But yeah, so I'm interested in this. It looked cool. It's going to be horror stuff, so but I'm down
Nice.
for that just because like I'm interested in like what the lore for Dead by Daylight is. I say
Yeah.
this every time that we play Dead by Daylight together. I was like, there's
Uh-huh.
like some weird lore stuff being told to us. I don't know what's going on though.
Yeah.
And so
I have no
maybe
idea.
they'll explain
That's so
why
funny.
all these killers are in their place. Anyways, Jurassic Park is getting a survival game that looked almost just like it's just called Jurassic Park Survival, and it made me think
Yeah.
of the Forest, Sons of the Forest, and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I looked at it,
yeah.
I was like, this is probably just gonna be Sons of the Forest or Ark, almost like.
Oh yeah.
I was
Son
like,
of the
this
Forest
is
meets
that, right?
Ark.
Then Visions of Mana got revealed by Square Enix. This is JRPG. Looks awesome, in my opinion. I'm probably going to play it because, me with the JRPGs. Hellblade Senua's Saga has a release date of 2024. So just release year, I guess. A release window of 2024. So we can finally get some of that stuff. You excited about that, Hellblade? Like the trailer looked cool.
Hopefully.
I'm just ready.
It
I'm
did.
just ready for this game to come out.
Yeah, it looked cool. I'm excited to see, like I said, to play it and get my hands on it. Other than that, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like next year, eventually it'll come out.
Yeah. And then the next game I want to talk about, which I think had a very touching opening, from the owner of the game, the reasons why he wanted to develop this game. It was Tales of Kenzira. Tales of Kenzara. I don't know if you saw
Oh
this.
yeah,
The developer came out,
yeah,
had a very heartfelt speech saying that he was doing this for his father and all this other stuff. I was like, oh,
yeah,
that's really touching. The game looked awesome.
yeah,
Like the game looks beautiful.
yeah. It did.
It's
Looked really cool.
it's a 2D side scroller that looked really cool. It's coming
Hmm.
out April 23rd, 2024. So hopefully it comes out and it's a success because it looked really cool, and like, yeah, his story is something that's very relatable. Like he did it
Oh
because
yeah,
for his father and everything, and just like
oh yeah.
yeah. So thought that was really cool. As Thus Falls is coming to PlayStation. Yay. Play it. It's great. And then Space Marine 2, Warhammer Space Marine 2 is coming September 9th, 2024. We got to play it, because we were in the 40K Dark Tide
Oh
for a
yeah.
little while. So let's go get the Space Marines.
Wow. It
uh,
definitely has a Warhammer look to it. It's really cool.
I mean, it's Warhammer. So it is
No, of course.
40. Yeah.
But
So.
I meant to say that 40K, like the gameplay looks
Oh,
like,
it looks like Dark Tide.
yeah, except it's like third person or the whatever that angle is called.
Yeah.
Because Dark Tide, it's very hectic, like when people just start like running up to you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then in that trailer, you see kind of moments of like, oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
we used to play it all the time. Just
Yeah.
oh,
We should get back on that. Should get back
whoa,
on.
another 40K.
Yeah. Let's not forget that last year, because of me,
Oh
Dark
yeah,
Tide and
that's
Elden
right.
Ring. Dark Tide and Elden Ring tied for wherever we placed that. I think it was like 6th place or something.
Yeah,
Because of me, because I refused to put Elden Ring on our game of the year
that's
list,
so
and I
funny.
put Dark Tide so high on my list.
That's hilarious.
The quality of those games are vastly different. Let's be real.
Very, very different. Yeah.
But it's my fault and I'm proud of it. Fuck Elden Ring. I hate that game.
Oh my gosh.
The next game that I want to talk about is Windblown, which is from the Dead Cells studios. This game looked amazing. I don't know if you saw the trailer for Windblown. It's a bunch of animals. It looks chaotic. It's gonna be I don't know how to describe it. I'm looking at the description. Yeah, it's gonna be a co-op game, almost Hades-like action to it. It just looks awesome, and like the characters and stuff look amazing. Like I am so excited for this game. Like this is a game I want to play with you. Like we need to play this game when it comes out because like it looks awesome. But yeah, the characters look lovely and adorable. So I think that's about it. We got a more look at Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, whatever. Cool. Whatever. All right. I mean, are you excited about the game? Let's be real. Let's be real for a second. Are you excited about the game or not?
Sometimes with these DC games, the cinematics look cooler than the actual gameplay does.
Yeah.
And like it's cool. I like the idea of the video game. I just don't know if I'm gonna be sucked in to play it, especially with just like the setbacks that they've had for this, and just like kind of like the controversial stuff of like pay to play type of thing with certain aspects of the video game. And so I mean, we'll see. It looks kind of fun, and it'll be interesting, but I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air with it.
You mean you telling me you don't want to play as King Shark?
That's cool. I mean, King Shark's cool. I don't know. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. I mean,
you telling me you're not a fan of King Shark? King Shark is amazing.
He's cool.
Have you ever watched the Harley Quinn show?
No, actually, I haven't had a chance to watch it.
He's like the best character in that. He's just
That's
amazing.
So
I fucking love him. Anyways, that's a wrap for me. There's nothing else I really want to talk about with Game Awards. Those are the announcements that stood out to me, the ones that made me actually made me pay attention when I was watching. Like I said, for me there wasn't really a lot in the announcements for me. Like I don't really care about OD, but because it's Kojima, I paid attention. And I'm already forgetting the majority of the stuff that I listed off. So
yeah, no, definitely.
And that's just how I felt about like the Game Awards as a whole. I just felt like, oh yeah, it's forgettable, which is kind of a shame to say, because like
I think I mean, as time goes on, we'll get more trailers and more games will come out, more trailers will just come out to kind of remind us and stuff. And it's a lot for one night, to remember. And I think it goes back to what we said earlier about. It's like the amount of time they dedicate to the trailers versus the game devs and recognizing their achievements. It's crazy because you kind of get lost in all of the fluff of like game trailer, recognizing the winners, and it's just a reminder of like there's so much stuff which I feel like a lot of this stuff could just be done separately to give you more focus on just whatever. It kind of feels like it almost reminds me of just like you're trying to watch something and it's like ads, and you're just like, what is happening?
Bombarded
like
with
so many flashing lights.
Yeah,
and so sometimes certain games that might be amazing get lost in that whole wave of just like here's this trailer, and you forget, and then sometimes you're like, oh, I missed out on this great game because I forgot all about it.
Yeah, it happens.
So
you know what I didn't forget about? Actually, I'm kidding. I did forget about it. I have to watch it real quick. The trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 dropped.
Wow.
Elle, I'm sure you were hyped about it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be honest.
Definitely.
I watched it and I was like, But before we talk about the trailer, let's talk about the fact that it got leaked beforehand.
Yes.
And then got immediately taken down. But like at that point, the damage was done. Everybody had already seen it, of course. And like, it's a shame. It sucks because like, Rockstar had this specific time they wanted to release it and everything. And then, they didn't get to reveal their own game because then they were like, well, since it's already been leaked, here you go. Might as well. Please. They even in their tweet, they were like, please watch the official trailer. It's like,
Yeah,
it sucks
exactly.
that it got leaked that way. And like, it's like, come on, guys, why are you ruining this for like
Yeah,
the developers? Because again, this is something they want to share. It should
exactly.
be them that share it, not some fucking random person on the internet
Yeah,
going, "Oh, I'm gonna get some points for cool points or whatever." It's like, dude, you're not being cool. You're just being a piece of shit because you've taken a
yeah,
special moment for these devs and ruined it for them. Like, I don't know.
exactly.
Sorry, I'm getting on my soapbox here. It's just all with the
No, you're
Game
good.
Awards and this. Like, I got really annoyed with a lot of the stuff. Um,
No,
and it's like,
definitely.
yeah, go ahead.
I agree. I'm the same way that it sucks that it got leaked before the day. Like people couldn't wait one more day just for
Yeah,
like the thing, you know. And I guess it kind of I don't want to get too much on the soapbox, but it just feels like it's crazy to me that I guess people kind of like feel that sense of entitlement as if this like they yes we should leak this and yes we should do all this stuff whatever when you should just give like devs the time to like do stuff on their own time and just be patient and be grateful that we even get this, you know.
yeah,
um and it's yeah, it's just that crazy mentality, man. And it sucks because if I remember correctly, I might be misremembering, but the trailer was leaked from one of the people who was working on it. Their kid leaked it,
oh
and it's
really? I
like,
didn't see that.
yeah, if I remember correctly, it was their kid who leaked the. I might be wrong on the trailer. I know there someone who was working on the game. Their kid leaked some information, or it had something to do with the trailer, something like that, and it's just like, man, like it's like, what are you gonna do? But still, it's like, I wish it could, this stuff wouldn't happen because it takes out the steam, some of it,
Yeah,
of from the developers. And so
yeah,
it sucks that they happen. I'm happy we got it. It just, I mean, I'm pretty sure it would have been just as good, if not better, if it released whenever Rockstar wanted it to release,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I agree. With all that said, El, how'd you like the trailer?
Hmm. The trailers are cool. Of course, it's a typical trailer that I thought we were gonna get. Like, you know,
Mhm.
you get a little bit of the world, you get to see what kind of like the environment looks like, and just like it made me think, of course, of original Vice City that's set in the '80s, and this is kind of more of a modern time,
Mhm.
especially with like kind of like, I guess, their version of the social media that you
Mhm.
would see in the trailer. And I thought it was cool, man. Like, it's really cool. We don't know. I mean, I'm assuming it's set in the now times just because of social media. But it was cool to see some of the older cars from Vice City. Like they had the Cheetah in
Mhm.
there.
Yeah.
They had like a couple other things. Um, it makes me wonder. Like, it gets me. Excuse me. I should say it gets me excited to go back to Vice City because
Yeah.
it's pretty cool to go back to revisit it to see what it's going to look like now. Um, and man, it got me hyped for it, you know. And I'm pretty sure we'll talk about this. Of course, it doesn't come out, they say, till 2025. We'll see. But I'm all just like, let's let them develop it so that way it can come
Yeah.
out hopefully as smooth as possible.
Yeah. Anyone who thought this was coming out in 2024 is a
Of
fucking idiot.
course.
And I've already been seeing people complaining, like, why is it coming out? Why now? Why even drop the trailer now? It says because like they want to build up hype. Duh. Like,
Exactly.
like they are going
It
to release like probably 3 or 4 more trailers in
Yeah.
2024. Probably.
Oh
Like they're
yeah.
gonna release a gameplay trailer. They're gonna release a more story focused trailer that really gets us to meet Lucia. And did
Yeah.
they name the guy character? I can't remember. Like,
No,
was
he I don't think.
Lucia the only one that was named?
Yeah, she was the only one that was named. The guy character wasn't named yet. I'm not
Yeah,
too sure if someone leaked his name or something. But
yeah,
so far, from what I remember, Lucia's the only one that
yeah,
kind of got more of a focus. Which I'm pretty sure they'll release a trailer with a focus on him
yeah.
and stuff like that.
She'll
But
probably get a focus
um,
trailer too and stuff because like
yeah,
she's the trailer starts off with her like in prison, right? So
yeah,
yeah,
it's really cool. It gets me excited for Lucia's story just because she like seems like a cool character just from the trailer already.
yeah,
And so it gets me excited to see like what the story is, and it gets me excited, which I know we'll talk about later down the line, of like how, if it is, I'm pretty sure it will be, knowing Rockstar, of like how it's connected in a way to certain past GTA characters or certain past Vice City characters, you know.
yeah. It'll be interesting to
But
see.
yeah.
Yeah, I now for my like actual feelings, I watched the trailer and I was
Hmm.
like, oh yeah, it's GTA. Like that was
Yeah.
my whole reaction to it. I was like, oh yeah, it's GTA. Like I didn't really have a pop for it at all. I was like, cool, it's GTA.
Oh yeah.
It's that's what I'm getting out of this. It has a
Uh-huh.
vibe to it. There's a vibe. We saw a little bit of Vice City. We got introduced to we got glimpses. I shouldn't say we were introduced. We just got
Yeah.
glimpses of the characters and stuff. And
Yeah.
like that looks like they're gonna go on a wild adventure. And
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
like I'm
Very
interested.
very
It looked beautiful, but again, this was just a CG trailer. I'm assuming
yeah.
maybe it was in-game footage. I don't know if it was in-game footage or not, but yeah, or at least in-engine footage. But
Yeah. I have a feeling this is very much going to be kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde type of story.
yeah,
Um
you know,
just because it's the two of them. We'll see. A part of me, it's like it's going to be interesting the detail of like that social media aspect. I wonder, which I'm pretty sure there might be, where in the game, you'll probably have your phone and stuff like that, and it'll be funny that I think that they're probably going to have like some sort of their own version of Instagram or TikTok or whatever with
I'm
those
willing to bet they're
videos.
gonna have like a TikTok thing more than anything.
That's
Just
yeah,
'cause, like
that's gonna be interesting to like. I wonder if like what that's just gonna be if like you'll just be in the game, but you'll be in the game on your phone within an app that's like TikTok or something, and you're just watching videos like you did in the trailer. And I wonder how many people are gonna get lost in that of like, oh, this is funny, and just keep
yeah,
scrolling. You're within the game, within the app or whatever,
yeah,
and so brings an interesting aspect. But I'm excited to see what you can do here because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lot, of course,
yeah,
and it's gonna be cool. It'll be GTA. So
yeah. It's gonna be cool. I'm excited for it. As excited as I can be for a game that I don't actually give two flying shits about. Negativity, baby. Woo, bringing it hot.
that's
L is
so
the one
funny.
that's hyped about it, everybody.
Oh
I've
yeah,
I've
you
made it
know,
clear that I've never been a big fan of GTA, so
I'm hoping we see we get uh when I go back and I think about the previous sequels and just
mhm.
like the iterations of GTA, man, I go back to Nico. I think he's such a great character in the series of
I'm gonna
Grand
bring
Theft
Nico
Auto.
back. Old man Nico. You know, bring him back into the
Man,
game.
like Nico, I just liked his story so much. He's had such a good story, and it's
Mhm.
gonna be interesting. I think Lucia. I'm hoping that she has a great story that's like
Yeah.
up there with Nico's, and yeah, I just hope, man. I hope it's great. So,
So I didn't want to. I didn't want. I'm giving you.
oh,
I might have information here.
whoa, no,
I got it on good authority that certain somebody is gonna make an appearance.
whoa,
You thought, you see that Lucia and the
uh-huh,
guy, they're in a hotel room. If
uh-huh,
you go back and watch the trailer in the background, you can see a door just slightly open.
uh-huh.
That's Trevor. Uh, Trevor's
You're
about to
what?
reveal. He's gonna be like, "Hey guys," I'm
Uh,
joking.
hey, it's me.
It's
That's
me,
funny.
Trevor. I don't know why Trevor sounds like that because he doesn't sound like that. But
He
it's
says
me,
it.
Trevor. What's up? How's it going,
He's
guys?
like, I'm gonna. Oh my
I didn't
god,
die at
that's
the end of
so funny.
GTA 6 or GTA 5. I didn't die. The canon ending is me living.
That's hilarious.
Do you think? So if they introduce, if Nico comes back, which canon is which side is the canon path for him? Is it his uncle? Is it Roman dying or is it his wife dying after they got
I
married?
think it's his wife dying. I have
Is
to
the
look at
canon?
that.
Is the true? Did Rockstar choose
I
a
think
true
so.
canon?
Let
Man,
me
fuck Roman.
see.
That's his
Oh,
cousin's name, right? Roman.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's his cousin's name.
Man, fuck him.
Let me see.
I don't remember what he did, but fuck him.
It doesn't say.
It's probably
Uh,
Rockstar probably doesn't have an official like canon.
yeah, exactly.
But if they did,
I don't.
which one do you prefer? Like his wife
I
dying
prefer.
or Roman dying?
Man, it's his brother Roman got him into so much trouble. Man, he was just like bad. But it would suck, I think, for Nico if he lost his brother, just
Yeah,
because I think as crazy as Roman is and as how like he doesn't really think about what he does can the consequences for Nico. I think that the wife would be his wife dying would probably be better for Nico, or I don't know, who knows, maybe it would turn Nico into a different type of character if the other way was canon.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
think.
at the end of the day, like he went and got revenge, right? That's how GTA 4
Yeah.
goes about, and like he goes and I'm gonna kill them all or whatever. So yeah.
Very true.
Anyways, yeah, we're gonna get Nico back. We're gonna get Trevor. We're gonna get the whole gang back. We're gonna get every single character back, going all the way back to the very first Grand Theft Auto when you just drove cars around.
Oh yeah, that'd be funny.
That car makes an appearance.
Supposedly, some people are saying that actually Roman's death is canon. Supposedly,
Yeah.
but I don't think there's an official one.
Yeah. I'm not.
Well,
it doesn't matter. I'm sure it probably doesn't matter at all because they're probably not going to appear in the game. And if they do, it's just going to be it's going to just probably be like a little Easter egg in the background type thing. I think they do that more often than actual like full on. This character is doing this. So yeah, that's Grand Theft Auto. Al, do you have anything else to say about Grand Theft 2 lot?
I'll say that, man, just give the devs time. And like, cause I already hear it. People being like, why does this game, it's just like constant complaining. Like, and they'll be like, we waited 10 plus years for the, I already hear these little weasels. Yeah. And I'm just like,
weasels doing the weasel shit. Saying the weasel nonsense.
Exactly. I'm just like, just relax.
Yeah,
just be happy we're getting GTA 6 if you enjoy it. And you can not like it, that's fine. But this game has been in development for so long. And just enjoy it because I'm pretty sure it's just... And then, to go back real quick, because I'm on a soapbox right now, that everybody complaining that it comes in 2025, shut up.
Yeah,
just be quiet.
Shut up. Yeah, just fucking enjoy
just
it, man.
Shut up. I know.
Whatever, man.
What unrealistic expectations do you all have to expect it to come out next year?
It's going to drop in early 2024. It's going to drop in February, beginning of the year, and we're all going to go crazy. No, like what's going to probably happen is that it's going to probably come out towards the end of 2025. I'm willing to bet it's going to probably be like September, October, maybe November. My bet's September. My bet money is on September 2025. With a high chance that it gets delayed into 2026. And then if that happens, it would get released in March, is what I'm going to say. Or maybe May. March or May.
I could see that. I definitely, like, a part of me almost wants to believe that I don't even think 2025 is even possible. Which with how much I think they're putting into the game, it kind of makes me think of like how much detail went into Red Dead 2. Of just like the amount of detail and like the time that takes. It's not a small feat. And so I think 2025 is just kind of them saying, in a way without saying it, like, this might come out this year.
Yeah.
That year, but
realistically.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
this might not come out.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely don't see, if it comes out in 2025, I don't see it coming out early 2025. I definitely see it towards the end, September, October, around that time, more than anything. So
exactly.
No matter what, you're gonna wait a while. Folks are gonna wait a while for this game. And people are gonna complain about it. People are gonna complain when it releases. People are gonna complain when the online stuff releases, and it's like that's just the normal loop. And at the end of the day, just enjoy it for what it is, man. And all those people that are going to complain about it, I guarantee you, the people that are going to complain about it the most are going to be people that spend all their time playing it.
Yeah.
So
very true. But other than that, that's it.
Yeah. I heard something.
You're like, huh?
I was confused. I was like, is that mine? No. Like, my neighbor was, like, banging on something. I was like, is that our door? No.
Oh.
No, I think it's because it's coming from upstairs.
Ah, gotcha.
But
nice.
Anyways. Well. Elle, wind us the F down, you son of a bitch.
Everybody, thanks so much for tuning in to the last episode of 2023 of the Respawn Please podcast. We will be back in January to start back up again. Other than that, in the meantime, we hope you guys have a happy holidays, safe New Year, safe everything, and we will catch you in 2024. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast here on YouTube at Respawn Please Podcast. Just type that in, subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified of future videos. follow us as well on social media at Respawn Please Podcast on TikTok and Instagram. And then also, if you don't want to watch the video version, you can also listen to us on the go. Just everywhere you get podcasts, just look up Respawn Please Podcast and we will pop up. And enjoy the rest of the year. And we will catch you in 2024.
Yep. Enjoy the rest of the year, y'all. Catch up on your gaming because I know I have a huge gaming backlog. I have a lot of stuff I have to catch up on. So have fun gaming for the rest of the year and get ready for 2024 because we're not getting GTA. Fucking losers. You guys suck.
Goodbye.